Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back for you guys. I'm kind of losing my voice a little bit. Audra's already kind of taking it down. It's been a long week, long weekend, but it's been very successful. We've met so many people this weekend, so thank you. If you were one of the people we met out at the NARBC at Tinley, it is always an amazing time. Thank you so much for making that show just so worthwhile. And not to kind of go off on a tangent, it's not always about revenue streams. We did very well. This isn't going to be a recap video of it. We've done recap videos on the NARBC Tinley shows before. This show fell right in line. It was definitely one of our better shows. It was truly amazing, the experience we had, the experience we brought with us. I was running around with my little wig on, my dreads, and we just were having so much fun. But along the way, we were getting a few questions and they turned into videos. So there's going to be a bunch of videos continuing to come at you guys. So we really appreciate your engagement. We really appreciate your viewership here on the channel, on the brand. So please hit that subscribe button. We're giving you everything we got, tired and all, but we're giving it to you. So in this one here, elaborate a little bit, because with the brand Flawless, we like to incorporate not just the veterans, not just some people aspiring to be breeders, but keepers as well. And we were asked about the aging process of some of your breeders, some of your crested geckos. What's the process when they hit 10+ years? Does anything change? So we're going to dig in right now. Most people talk about baby care, juvenile care, crested gecko eggs, a lot of the things that we've kind of covered across the board. But what about the long term? All right, the health, the aging process, males, females, is there anything different? Well, we're diving deep into that right now, what life looks like for your crested geckos after a decade, and why planning for the long haul is a must for every keeper. So for a very long time, the life expectancy with crested geckos was around like 15 or so years. You would hear all kinds of information out there. There's been documented proof of 20+-year-old crested geckos. The New Caledonia species in and of itself is a long-living species. Gargoyles, chahuas, all of it can live for a very long time. So it's definitely expect them to live in surplus of 20 years with proper care. With age, similar to us human beings, what can come is going to be slower moving geckos, right? Slower moving, a reduced appetite, vision can seem a little bit off, weight management can kind of fluctuate at times. It may be hard for them to kind of hang on to those grams at times as they continue to age and get up there, as well as calcium retention. We go over how to kind of maintain and check the calcium sacs, which can really benefit you on the breeding side of things, but it can also benefit you if you have a collection of geckos where you're just keeping them and enjoying them. We have a bunch of geckos that we don't breed, but we still interact with them and engage with them, and we want to make sure that they're living the healthiest life possible. And like now, you guys know I love my baby to death, but I'm gonna take some jabs at her because she's getting, refreshened up on her little nap. But as your crested geckos get older, they need to, we got to tend to their needs. So sometimes you're going to have to readjust things in their enclosure, like Audra's having a little step to step up onto the bed and stuff like that. Same thing is going to apply for your crested geckos. You're going to want to maybe lower your perches in your enclosure. You want to make it almost like a senior crested gecko habitat where it adjusts with their movements. Only if you're seeing that they're significantly moving slower, they're getting up there in age, they're just not moving like a fresh juvenile young crested gecko. We need to adhere and change some things to make sure that they're living the best life possible.
Are you ready to take your love for crested geckos to the next level? Welcome to the Flawless Crested Geckos Patreon, where passion meets opportunity. With 2 tiers, $50 and $100 a month, your membership is not just support, it's an investment. Every dollar goes straight into your very own Flawless savings account. ready to be used toward purchasing that gecko you've always wanted. As a Patreon member, you'll unlock exclusive early access to every single website update we have. That's 48 hours to view and purchase geckos before the public ever sees them. Plus, enjoy 5% off and free shipping all year long. Looking for even more? That $100 tier gives you rollover funds so you can stack your savings for those big dream gecko purchases. But that's not all. Membership also means monthly gecko giveaways, free merchandise, and access to exclusive content designed for both seasoned breeders and brand new keepers. At Flawless Crested Geckos, we're more than just a Patreon. We're a family, a flawless family, and we'd love for you to be a part of it. So don't wait, join today and start enjoying all of those benefits. Your perfect gecko could be waiting for you exclusively here at Flawless Crested Geckos Patreon.
So along with the nutritional changes and checking their calcium sats, you're going to want to make sure that they're hydrated as well. That means that maybe you need to miss more often on your older geckos, just like we would do with our younger hatchling babies, as that helps them shed out. Now, we want to put this all together, hopefully, and it be a wealth of knowledge for anyone that's aspiring to be a breeder or a keeper. We've said it before that crested geckos are not like mammals. Therefore, I mean, up into the latter years of their lives, 17, 18, they can breed and it won't do any harm to them. But we need to make sure as their keeper and their caregivers that we're doing everything we can to observe them and make sure that we're providing for all of their needs. So as long as they're completely healthy, we're doing our overall checks, we're handling them, we're engaging with them, and we see that they're behaving perfectly normal. Normal is relative to the gecko, but you can continue with your breeding plans. If not, you can start trying to retire them and allow them to kind of live a more settled in, laid back, slower paced lifestyle like Audra. Now, in the breeding capacity, we tend to keep all of our retired. We've only retired, I want to say 5 geckos, and we still have them. But you as a breeder or as a keeper, if you are limited on space, if you want to gift retired gecko to someone that maybe they can use to companionship, or maybe it's someone that's getting into the hobby, not necessarily breeding, that's an awesome way to give them, a cool crested gecko friend to get them into the hobby, and a way that the person receiving the gecko can figure out while caring for that crested gecko whether crested geckos are really for them, because the minimal needs that a senior crested gecko would need compared to breeding and pairings and doing all that is significantly different. Now I'm going to reach in there and tell you there's also an emotional side to having 10+ year old crested geckos. Those crested geckos are going to have an amazing bond with you, whether good or bad, and most of the time, like we have, it's all good because we had them so long. They tend to not leap and jump all over the place. They're pretty chilled. Some of them will even sit and watch TV with you. It's the craziest thing, and it's so cool to kind of enjoy that companionship side of your crested gecko. That, I will admit, that comes in the latter years, definitely, with the majority of your crested geckos, and that's something that you can look forward to in its totality when it hits that point. And that's the gist of it. We need to, as reptile keepers, as reptile lovers, as reptile breeders, we need to engage more and understand more of the long-term effects of keeping and breeding on the hobby, from both perspectives, the breeder side as well as the keeper side. So there you guys have it. Fundamentally wise, nothing truly changes. There's a lot of empathetic changes that comes into play with your older crested geckos, but for the most part, the care requirements is minimal. But again, you having that bond with your crested gecko is truly priceless, and you guys can grow old together. But anyway, guys, love making these videos for you guys. The next video is going to have more and more energy, I promise, after I get me some sleep, guys. Thank you guys if you came by the booth at NARBC show. For us coming up, actually 2 weeks. We're going to be, for the very first time ever, we're going to be in the Nashville, Tennessee area. So we're going to be vending the All-American Plant and Reptile Expo. So we hope to see you there if you're in that area. We're going to try to get out more to different regions that we don't normally frequent in hopes of meeting more lovely Flawless family people like you. But hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. It's truly been a pleasure providing these videos, this content for you guys. Keep them questions coming. We will keep answering them. And we love you guys, and we are out.